Not a lot of people know this about me, but I was once a chef. Oh yeah, some real classy shit too. I was on mains, right? Lasagna, curry, bolognese, anything you wanted, 4 minutes 30 in the microwave. So when it comes to cooking, I think we can all agree I'm a bit of an expert. Until some flannel shirt walks up past my cook line and tells me how to make a pie. And I'm like, okay, what's your feeling, bitch? And she looks me dead in the eye and says, activism.
Hey there, friends. Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
Yeah, I think you believe that. I'm getting more and more convinced that you're actually the brains behind this operation because, well, I mean, come on.
Today, we're talking about activism.
But Lindsay,
Yes, Teddy?
we already know all about activism.
Oh, don't we just, Teddy? Activism is making a post on social media, like Anne Hathaway, or writing a song and getting a director to make a weird-ass video to go with it, like Childish Gambino, who just refuses to wear a shirt now, or doing some stand-up comedy without any jokes, like Hannah Gadsby. And it's changing the world.
Well, we've definitely talked about activism before, but it's so important that I thought it deserves its very own episode.
Oh.
Wow, even Teddy's bored of this shit. I feel you, little bear.
All are part of one big family. Gaming's happy. Queer kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
Teddy, we've already talked so much about activism.
But you're not gonna let that stop you from blithering on about it some more, are you?
Like my favorite book.
Oh yeah, A is for activist.
Or, as it's known on this channel, the SJW alphabet. Back when my voice was a lot more chill than it is nowadays, how I sound now is one of the many side effects of long-term exposure to this shit.
We learned the ABCs of activism. And we learned about activism when we talked about the Women's March.
Shame we didn't learn how taking a day off of work because you're a woman doesn't exactly make you a valuable asset in the office.
And when we talked about pride and the Stonewall.
Teddy, you're an expert already.
Out of the two of you, sure. Like I said, I'm beginning to think he's the brains behind all this. Give it another season and he'll be commanding armies of gay children.
I am an activist expert. An active spurt.
We'll work on that one.
Yeah, you might want to avoid using the word spurt when your target audience is between 3 and 7 years old.
The Women's March and Stonewall are both examples of one kind of activism.
Well, Stonewall was actually a riot, down to police raiding the place because it was selling bootleg liquor, not because its clientele were gayers. And the Women's March was more of a test, to see how many dumbasses you can get to walk up a road in a single day.
Protest. Protest is a really important part of activism, but there are lots and lots of other ways to be an activist.
Yeah, like making a series of videos pushing political and social issues onto children who are young enough to still believe in Santa Claus. Get them while they're young, right, Lindsay? Very Catholic church of you, which is odd considering their stance on homosexuality.
But we're actually getting a little ahead of ourselves. Teddy, since you're such an expert, do you think you can define activism for us?
Oh, easy. It's shouting at the TV when the football's on. Shoot, you nonce! Which means I am one hell of an activist. I remember during the World Cup, I was threatening to go to Harry Kane's house and piss on his kids.
Absolutely. You ready, Lindsay?
Ready, Teddy.
Well, by Lindsay's own words, anything but yes isn't consent. So this is the first instance of the bear raping her. How the tables have turned, eh?
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa, what the fuck was that? Let's hear that again.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the person controlling Teddy. That was just poor production value right there. This is where all that Kickstarter money's going, is it? I get the feeling a lot of people got ripped off.
An activist is someone who takes action to change something they care about.
Exactly right.
They don't have to care about it, Teddy. For instance, they could be on the George Soros payroll, or really angry and just waiting for something to shout about, or they're simply in college.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Activism is also super personal. The ways you want to take action and the things you want to take action for are different for everyone.
Yeah, like during the Women's March, no one could decide what they were actually protesting against, or the He Will Not Divide Us fiasco in which the only people genuinely unified by it were the people trying to take the flag down.
Hey Teddy, do you like pie?
Oh my shit, please Teddy, please say you love cream pies. This is too good an opportunity to miss.
I love apple pie.
Damn it, Teddy, you fucking wasted it. You wasted it.
But what does pie have to do with activism?
That is an excellent question, Teddy.
It's not an excellent question, it's just you said something fucking stupid, Lindsay.
Being a good activist is sort of like baking a pie.
Carefully bringing a load of elements together for your own satisfaction. Yeah, I can totally see that.
What?
First, we need to make the pie crust, and that takes a couple of ingredients.
Yeah, crust is good, but what's the aubergine for, Lindsay? And the ketchup and the mustard? What kind of pie is this?
The first ingredient is privilege.
Privilege? Are we back on this bollocks? Fucking hell, Lindsay, have you been snorting the flour?
Remember when we talked about privilege, Teddy?
Yeah, you and Allie sang a song about the monkey bars.
Surely you can't call them monkey bars anymore, Teddy. That's not very politically correct, is it?
You have such a good memory, Teddy. Exactly. So understanding privilege, that's our first ingredient.
It says 2.5 cups, but you're just whacking it in there like, yeah, that'd do. And are you okay to be pissing around with all this white powder in front of the kids, Lindsay?
If you don't remember what privilege is, you can rewatch our video on privilege or sing along to our privilege song, then come right back here.
Yeah, because nothing explains a complex and bullshit theory like a good old-fashioned sing-along. Like singing a hymn. Again, very Catholic Church of you, Lindsay.
What's the next ingredient?
Our next ingredient is intersectionality.
It's butter! And don't you measure butter by weight? What the fuck is a cup of butter? Not only is this show going to be responsible for a load of kids hoping they're gay because it's just so cool, but they're going to be fat little bastards too!
Oh, I remember. It's about all the parts of identity.
Exactly.
And all this identity bullshit melts away when put under any kind of heat. Just like butter! Huh, maybe it wasn't such a bad example after all.
So practicing intersectionality and remembering that all the parts of our identity together have to do with our privilege is the second ingredient.
I get the feeling this pie is gonna leave quite the bitter taste in the mouth.
You can rewatch that episode too if you need to jog your memory.
What is this? An advert for your previous videos? Get on with the baking, woman!
Is there another ingredient?
The next ingredient is actually a couple ingredients together.
It's not an ingredient then, is it? It's ingredients. Plural. Lindsay, haven't you confused the kids enough?
That we're gonna add separately because that's all about being a good ally.
That's right, because if you aren't one of the things people are protesting for, you have to be an ally. Otherwise, you're a bigot. It's that George Bush, either you're with us or you're with the terrorists thing. And as Sinatra says, why aren't I allowed to hate anything anymore?
And there are 3 parts to being a good ally.
3 things. Okay, listening, believing, and ultimately turning out to be a rapist.
Yep, they're remembering to respect other people, listen to other people.
You do realise you have a second hand you could be using here, right? Or is that one busy?
And learn from other people.
Oh, I'm not having that. Coming from someone who professes she's non-binary, I think you could do with a bit of learning from other people, you hypocrite.
You can rewatch that one too if you need to.
It takes a lot of stuff to make an activist pie, Lindsay. You're so good at it.
Yeah, well, that proves she's actually a woman, doesn't it? She subconsciously gravitated back to cooking. Take that, gender theory.
Well, all it takes is practice, Teddy. So now we have to mix it all together and roll it out into a pretty pie crust, and there you go.
Or you could just buy some pastry from the shops. Pre-made activism. I can't help but think that would be a better analogy, actually.
But
But what? Or are you just saying but as a subliminal message? Damn it, kids, you will be gay. It's the only way our population can live on.
What is it, Teddy?
it's just a crust. It's not a pie yet. It needs its inside.
Uh-oh, I've just realised what the filling's gonna be. Say goodbye to Teddy, everyone.
Well, that's where you come in.
Oh, fuck, no, I was joking. Don't do it, Lindsay. I mean, he must be at least 20 years old. Pick a fresh one.
I'm the filling?
Oh, no, Teddy.
You.
Oh, yeah, making an innocent toy bear think he's gonna get pureed and eaten is so funny. You monster.
The filling is all about you and your activism. It's about how you want to make change and what you want to change.
So, apples?
You can put anything you want in your pie.
Like LGBTQ plus stuff?
No, I wouldn't do that, Teddy. You'll be picking bits of glitter out of your teeth for weeks.
Exactly right, Teddy. LGBTQ plus stuff is definitely in my pie.
Was that a euphemism? I think that was a euphemism, dirty bitch.
And YouTube videos. That's one way I like to be an activist, through these videos.
I don't think activism involves indoctrinating young minds, Lindsay. That's more of a Catholic Church thing. Again.
So I could put protest in my pie.
Teddy, you can totally put protest into your activist pie. I also really like chocolate,
Oh, a bit of Black Lives Matter in there too then.
so I'm gonna stick that in the pie too. Look at that! We've got our very first activist pie, Teddy. Dig in!
Yum!
Oh, shut up. You don't even have a stomach.
Oh, actually, Teddy, there's one last thing we need to remember about our activist pies.
Did you mean to say pies but actually said pass? Have a word with yourself, Lindsay.
I've had a lot of practice making activist pies, but they don't always come out perfect like this.
Is anyone else seeing the screen shaking right now? Do you think the cameraman's laughing? Maybe he knows where that aubergine's going.
Being an activist is kind of hard, and we don't always get it right, especially when we're first starting.
How'd you get activism pie wrong? It's easy. You get your pastry, add your filling, and don't smash up a fucking Starbucks.
But all it takes is a little bit of practice and some recipe tweaking, and you'll be making your very own activist pies very soon.
Wow.
You're a sarcastic shit, Teddy.
Well, that's it for today.
Yep, it totally is, because this episode made me hungry. I might go see if I have any entitlement eggs in the fridge, cook them up with some non-binary bacon and socialist sausages, and have myself a nice millennial fry-up. Thanks for watching, guys. Please consider becoming a patron because I just checked and I have no bacon in the fridge. And check me out on BitChute because I'm a mere 9,710 subscribers away from getting a plaque. The links are in the description, and remember, if activism is a pie, then fat acceptance is a Big Mac.